Hello, welcome back to McCoy's World. This is McCoy, it, my world within my own perception. Sorry. Um, Today, I want to talk about something that everybody talks about. I know I'm 2 days late. The incident that happened on the 11th, which is a very sad day. We already had one bad incident happen back in 2001 when we watched the Twin Towers fall, and now on live on YouTube in front of his family, we saw a man lose his life, which should never happen. Um, I used to watch him all the time on YouTube. I agreed with mostly everything he said as far as what he believed. Um, there's a few slight things we may not agree on, which I can't really think of. So let's just say mostly everything he said, I believe was correct in what he said. Um, Never said anything hateful, never said anything negative. He just spoke the truth in his own perception. Um, he was just an honest man who just wanted to see our country go in the right direction and finally be unified from all the segregation that happened um, in this country. In the last, I would say, since the 80s. I think the 80s, I think we were not too bad, and then it started slightly rolling in the opposite direction in the 90s, and then in early 2000s, which I'll do in a later video, government did something as far as what they originally wanted to call illegal, and then they made it legal, which I would say they had a purpose behind it. But in a lot of ways, that purpose backfired because people's mentality began getting out of hand. They were influenced by a lot of other things besides what they wanted them to be. What they wanted them to be mentally following. So I can't think of the word right now. It happens when you reach a certain age, you start forgetting certain words you mean, and then later on you remember and you're like, that's what I meant to say. But I did a little something which is going to be a little off to y'all because you're like, why is this guy at 50 writing a poem? And it's not that good. I just wanted to say the things that were positive as far as what Charlie Kirk did. Because to me, to a lot of young people, I see him that he was in a lot of ways a hero, especially to them. Because he came out, he told the truth, he was honest, he tried to get the lies out of their head that CNN was saying, NBC, a lot of other news channels, and as far as online YouTubers that want to put propaganda out there to make them believe what was not true in a lot of ways about a lot of things. So here it is. Here's the poem. Here we go. All right. So I named the poem. See it, Charlie Kirk. And I wrote, "You never ran. You took a stand. You held your beliefs, never bringing grief. You're a hero, Charlie Kirk. You spoke at forums, bringing the storm. Speaking at universities, even if facing adversity. Speaking against our nation's desperation and um, perversity. Desecrations and perversity. I know they don't rhyme, but that's what we spoke against. Uh, you're our hero, Charlie Kirk. Like a pastor at your sermons, speaking and preaching against predetermines. Reaching out to millions of youths you came to speak the truth against an evil coalition who wanted to start their own inquisition. You're our hero, Charlie Kirk. So that's the poem. That's what I wrote. Y'all may be negative about it. Y'all might be positive. You might make fun of it. I really don't care. I'm not the kind of person to freaking get upset and, rear hurt about what people's opinions are. Because I see things in my perception and I will speak what they are. And to me, Charlie Kirk, for a lot of people, was a hero. And what happened to him should never happen because he never attacked anybody. He spoke with words. He was very calm, a very positive person. And he looked very friendly. I never met the man, but from what from what Officer Tatum and Candace Owens said, which are two other youths from Turning Point, who knew the man very well, better than any of us that never met him, and all the college students that got a chance to meet him, you know, he was very positive, and we should not celebrate not just his, but anybody's death. I mean, that's just, I mean, who are we, if not evolved? How are we ever going to move forward in this world if we keep like celebrating people getting hurt or bad things happening? I mean, and then we listen to the news stations uh, that people watch regularly, and they're just subliminal. That's the word I was thinking of, subliminal. Who keeps getting these subliminal messages that red is bad, blue is good. Blue should take action against red because red is bad. I mean, that's makes no sense. We are all in this nation. We're all together. We should be as one. I don't see any of the countries out there. Well, currently UK is in a situation which they're fighting, which I am very proud of them being ancestral to three countries out there: um, England, Wales, and Ireland. Unfortunately, Scott, you know, we never got the blue with the white cross, unfortunately. But we are of the three others of the UK, and I am just glad to see that they're fighting back. Um, and for those out there in Ireland, especially the foreigners going there, discriminating their culture, trying to change them, I want to push Irish against the wall. I don't know if you know this or not, but Irish are like wolves. You push them against a corner, they will fight back. I mean, literally fight back. That's why they're known as the Fighting Irish. Brits, mm, they're a little bit more calm. I mean, you got some areas that are rowdy. I mean, like Manchester, and all I know is Manchester. But, you know, I see them fighting. I see them holding strong. I see them wearing their flags proudly. Flag of St. George is nothing more than a Christian flag, so there's no way there could be any hate with that flag. Union Jack, which unifies all four United Kingdoms together, that's all it is. It's just uniting the four countries into one flag of unity. That's all that is. Um, and the people of New Zealand, I saw their dance. I think it's called a haku. I think that's what the State of Daniel said. I watched his YouTube earlier, and he was showing how London had millions of people standing for Charlie Kirk, chanting him and singing gospel songs and all that, which is a great thing. I mean, like I said, Charlie Kirk's a hero to a lot of people. They stand up for him, and now that the left did what they did, there are going to be a lot more Charlie Kirks, a lot more. So, you ready? All right, this is McCoy, Life in My Perception, and as always, live life in yours. Take care, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will try to be on again next week. You know me, I haven't exactly got this down yet for the whole YouTube thing, but I'm getting there. All right, take care, and we'll talk to you next week.